It's beginning to look a lot like a Christmas special in November for no reason. Yeah! What's up?
It's beginning to look a lot like fuck this everywhere you go.
Oh, and I got the perfect Christmas. Let's do introductions, but I got the perfect Christmas song. So what's up? Undercover Brony here. I'm Snakeskin 94, and over there is your boy Pyrocynical, and
What's up?
we are here to talk about the MLP Christmas special that came out in November. You know, I saw a meme once where someone was like, "There's 12 days of Christmas, none of which are in fucking November," and I was like, "Yes, but we get." You know, I'm gonna cut a promo here. Why does everyone hate Christmas? Okay, I live in California. All we have over here are a bunch of college boys and girls that are like, oh my God, I love Halloween. You know why? Because they like dressing up like sluts and pretending they're edgelords. At least with Christmas, it's something fun and wholesome. And Disneyland at Christmas is amazing, but that's not the point here. The point is
My whole thing is like I don't mind Christmas, but the main thing that I can't stand is like as soon as Halloween's done, it's like, oh, Christmas, 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 Christmas. It's like, where the fuck are you talking about Thanksgiving? Like people, I'm going to say that right now. If you constantly talk about Christmas starting November 1st, I'm personally going to say you better not fucking share a picture of your Thanksgiving plate on Instagram,
yeah, dude.
motherfuckers.
I work at a bookstore now, and dude, they don't give a shit about Thanksgiving. Here's how the last 4 months looked for us. Okay, last week of August started getting Halloween stuff. The second and a half week of third week into September, we started getting some Thanksgiving stuff. The same exact week, we got copies of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and I'm talking like 50 copies.
Damn.
More or less. Different versions. We have the original one. We've got all the like 9 different versions of the novelizations and kids' activity books for the new one. And then immediately after that, oh my God, I've unboxed like 40 boxes of goddamn Christmas socks and gloves and scarves and mittens. We are Barnes and Nobles. Why do we need a whole like 12 by 12 double side reversible thing of socks?
Well, I'll tell you this. Now we even have Illumination doing the fucking Grinch. And
That's
I'm
what I was
thinking,
saying, yeah.
they did the fucking Lorax. What are you going to expect?
By the way, really quick, related, sort of, I found that Christmas song. Check this out, chat. This gets good.
Stroke of my, lick of my, suck of my cock. It's the first time for you, so here's what you do.
Yeah, it is. It's just that for 2 minutes. Okay, so MLP Christmas. What's up, Dab? So this episode starts off, and I'm gonna say this right now. This is one of the best episodes in a long time, which feels kind of weird to say because season 8 had a pretty good track record, wouldn't you say?
Yes, I would agree with you on that.
And I'll tell you why this episode felt great. Never mind the good characters, the good animation quality. Never mind the fact that Derpy had that. I don't care if her name's Muffins. She'll always be Derpy. To some people, she'll be Ditzy, but those people are wrong. Anyway, the scene with Derpy was like the best scene of the episode, but it's because the runtime was like 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
This proves what I've always said. If they were able to make longer episodes besides the premiere finale, we could have this show could go from good to pretty good to sometimes great to amazing 5 out of 5 stars, maybe 6.
Mm-hmm.
But this episode was, in a word, dope. In a strong series, in a long series of words. Well, we'll get to that. What do you think?
I thought this was a fantastic episode. Really, really set the bar high. I mean, kind of going through some of the some of the plot lines later, but I mean, every character had their own little side story. Every character had the ability to kind of show kind of the inner machinations of what they were thinking, how they were feeling, what they were going to do. And I just got to say, the Sparity ship is sailing free once again.
Shipping. That was this episode. I thought Tradia was the most ship-tastic episode the show could put out, but nah, this shipping. I was expecting a mistletoe spot. Shipping.
I was expecting mistletoe to come up when Rarity kissed Spike at the end.
Yeah. Oh my, yeah, or like or just to be or have that one meme song where she's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, he got her," or however that shit goes. Okay, so the episode starts off right with a song, and I like how even MLP is getting in on the whole, "Hey, let's be cynical about Christmas," because the song, first off, the song's awesome. It's one of the best songs in a long time, and I love the part where it was like box wrap bow repeat or something like that. And all I could think of was Suplex City from Brock Lesnar.
What I love though is I'm just thinking, if you can't remember the name of the song, just think of an alternative title, Capitalism.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Making Christmas.
Well, I mean, think about it, because they were talking about
Christmas.
Yeah, but they were just like, God, you made me think of that fucking, like, that horrible song from Jimmy Neutron. We're singing and standing.
Oh, yeah, singing and standing.
But I gotta say, like, if you really think about it, box, wrap, bow, repeat. I'm just thinking that is Black Friday since time immemorial. Like,
and guess who works Black Friday this year?
Heyo! So do I. 11 hours.
I thought you left.
Hell no. I need the fucking money.
No, you sent me a text message like, dude, I'm leaving this job right now. You said it was your last day.
Well, it's my last day of the week.
Oh. No wonder why you seemed so awkwarded out when I asked where you going to work after this. I thought it sounded like you said it was your last day at work.
No. Last day for the week, bro.
I'm going to kick your ass, John. Okay, so the episode starts off with that cool song. It's dope. It's awesome. Making Christmas, like the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Making Christmas.
Yeah. And so, oh my God. So the song's great. And it ends, and every 6 of the main, and then Spike get through an episode. Starlight and Trixie don't show up in this episode, but you know what? The scene of them walking together, and then the scene of them hanging out in the wagon, drinking cocoa at the very end, I'm like,
magnifique. It was the perfect amount. Because really think about it. We haven't had, like, outside of the MLP movie, we haven't really had a good main 6 episode in a long time.
Well, shit, it sounds real bad when you put it like that.
Yeah, because, I mean, really, Starlight has really taken over the show in terms of, like, characterization and how she's utilized, and now we have the young 6 and stuff.
They toned back on it a bit in the last season.
Well, I know that, but, I mean, it's still very much about not just the main 6 like we've had previous seasons, No,
it's like what needs to happen is Gen 5. It can't just be My Little Pony anymore. They need to call it My Little Equestria, because the show's literally going to be the young 6 and then Starlight as the Celestia Twilight figure. But it needs to be like this episodic thing where she's like, I'm sending you kids on adventures. Go find all the Infinity Stones so that Darkseid can't use the Mother Box and obtain Kingdom Hearts.
You just did like 5 fucking references all at the same time, and I love it.
Infinity War is the most ambitious crossover ever. Kingdom Hearts has been doing that shit since 2002, and Smash Bros has been doing that since '99, bro. Wait, when did the first one? When did the first one come out?
I think it was '99.
I really hope so. So anyway, and the main six are like, dude, we got to do all this crap. We got to shop for all this crap, do all this crap. This is crap, dude. And so, and she doesn't call it this. But Applejack literally says, yo, guys, let's do a gift exchange. And they're like, what's a gift
let's do like a pink elephant thing.
They're like, what's a gift exchange? And they're like, well, you remember how when you were a kid and then you realized everyone used to buy you presents and everyone used to buy everyone presents, but then the economy started sucking dick. And then everyone was like, let's buy the kids all presents until they get to a certain age, but let's buy each other one present. And then when they were older, let's put the younger people in it against their will. So you get less presents on Christmas. That's what she did. So that's what
so it's basically, let's get a gift for a specific pony. And so, I love how Twilight takes part of her list, which I'm like, that list is now nigh unusable. You know that, right?
Don't you mean nay unusable?
Yeah, nay.
Because they're
horse pun. But I'm thinking, first of all, this is probably going to trigger your neuroticism, number one. And it did trigger a neuroticism later on in the...
she had like several neuroticisms.
I just thinking of pudding.
Oh my god! So like, you know how like when you drag the mouse across a video and it shows you a little snippet of the episode on YouTube? I did for this episode on this Russian channel. For some reason, it's the Russian YouTube channels that never get the episodes deleted, and when I dragged over there, it was the part where she goes pudding and her eyes crossed. So I saw that video on YouTube for like a week, and I didn't click on it because I'm like, okay, what's this? This has to be a parody or something. This is somebody clowning. But then it turns out it's the whole episode. I'm like, oh, damn, I could have watched this episode a long time ago.
Yeah. So, well, I gave you the fucking links, but you never fucking ducked them.
Yeah, because YouTube has better video quality.
Oh. If you wanted me to send you YouTube, I would have.
But I didn't know that video was legit. That's what I'm saying.
Oh. So anyway, they decide to split up. And seriously?
Okay,
So they take the cutie marks, put them in Applejack's head, and they each pull them out. And I love how Pinky like pulls hers out, I think with her hair.
Yeah.
Which is cute. And the funniest fucking thing happens where they all go to try and find a gift for their I guess you could say special sun pony in this case. And I love how Spike goes up to Applejack as she's walking away, and it's like, is it okay to trade? I guess as long as the other party's okay. And then he's like, well, what kind of gifts does your pony like? And she just dead back goes, I don't have rarity. I'm just like, and then he's like, what do you think about that? Like, why would you think that? Seriously?
No, that was an accident.
Okay, so, but I mean, it's one of those things that I'm just like, everyone knows that he has a crush on Rarity. He doesn't keep it like hidden at all.
Yeah.
So it's the kind of thing that
it's a public secret.
Yeah, exactly. And so they kind of split off at this point. Fluttershy and Applejack are going to Rainbow Falls for the Christmas Traders Exchange, basically. And right before this, well, first of all, Spike tries to go to Twilight to see who Twilight has. And then we find out that Twilight is Pinky, and I'm like, the Twi-Pie shippers are going to go nuts with this one, aren't they? Then you see him trade. You see Spike trade with Fluttershy because Fluttershy had Rarity. And so he had
I don't know who was in charge of the facial animations for this episode, but they were fucking fire. Spike's face during his whole interaction with Fluttershy, especially, he's like, oh, Rarity, whatever will I get? I'm like, oh my god, I love this This is like the great. I love the show. It's just whoever. And this is later, and then we'll get back. I just need to point it out. Like going to the Derpy Rarity scene. Rarity's face that entire scene. I'm just like. It's precious. It's too precious, man. Kill me.
Yeah. So then
it's too good for this world.
So Fluttershy and Applejack, and might I add, this is the third time they're together in the series, like together as one pair. And my God, they have some fucking great chemistry. Like really, because you look at Fluttershy, she kind of like. Because the only thing that Applejack gets pissed off about is Flim and Flam, and Fluttershy is like the only one that can keep her sane through it all. You know what I mean? So
what? Sorry, I lagged out real quick.
So I was just saying that Fluttershy and Applejack have really good chemistry.
Yeah, I was saying that before we started. I cannot believe it took them 8 seasons to be like, because these two have knocked it out of the park every time they've been on screen. They've had to, put their heads together.
Yeah, indeed.
It's been great.
So they go there. They find out that Flim and Flam are selling this fucking weird ass doll, and I love how it's just spouting capitalist phrases, just like buy this very expensive toy, or no, it was I'm a very expensive toy, or something like buy more of me to stimulate the economy, just like bullshit like that.
Oh my god, I loved everything about that doll. It was so funny.
Oh yeah,
it was great.
So why don't you take the reins for a little bit?
Okay, so some stuff happens and the episode ends. My little pony. Okay, so no, like so what happens is the stuff with the doll, and that's hilarious. I believe it's here that Rarity goes to the mailroom, and then Derpy, which this is one of the reasons why I'm glad this episode had longer time, because every second of the scene was hilarious. I almost thought they made Derpy a little too, much of a derp, but still, it was all great. And then turns out she thought Derpy sent it to Sweet Apple Acres, but it was like Sweet Acorn Acres or something.
Yeah, Sweet Acorn Orchards, I think it was.
Yeah, so then, and I like how she doesn't have glasses. She just has a giant freaking magnifying glass. So Rarity's like, well, damn, dude, I've gotta go there. Then we cut to Pinky, who's like, did it cut to Twilight freaking out already?
Yeah, I think so. Because she's like, so. What can I do? And it kind of reminded me back to Pony Point of View, where she was doing like a Venn diagram sort of thing of what do these have in common. And she was kind of like, the gift has to be something that Pinky likes. It has to be a baked good, because that's really the only thing that Pinky truly like consistently likes. And something that appeals to her personality. And then her face just pudding. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Granted, I was at Cider Fest when I saw this episode for the first time, and going back to the very beginning during the song, because I have to mention it, when Sugar Belle and Big Mac are hanging out and hugging, and you see Marble Pie in the back blush and fucking like back away. Everyone in the fucking crowd was just going, oh.
Oof. That's a lot. Roblox oof, dude.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe maybe potentially halfway incestual threesome.
Well, I'll say this. Look at it from there was also a reference to Elf with the one character jumping out of the bush with the raccoon.
Oh yeah. I can't believe Elf became a holiday classic and not Bad Santa.
Well, what I find funny is it's actually one of the watchable Will Ferrell movies that's not completely raunchy as hell.
Hey, non-raunchy? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, because most of his movies are fucking raunchy. Like you
I
look
was-
at fucking Step Brothers.
I was about to. Oh,
Talladega Nights,
the
all that
Anchorman
shit.
movies aren't too bad.
No,
Well, at least
Anchorman's really good, but like all of those are fucking raunchy as hell.
Get Hard is hilarious with him and Kevin Hart. That movie's great.
Oh yeah. So, but anyway.
But anyway, so they what happens next is Pinky back goes to yak 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 yak. Sorry, I was about to make a trap beat. So she goes to yak yak stand. And she's like, hey, yo, Yak, bro, I need you to get me the best gift ever. Because, the Yaks are like, we are best at everything. And and Pinkie Pie's like, wow, even Hell in a Cell cage matches. And Yak like, Yak, original person to throw mankind off the cell in 1997. Which is really funny because I have a buddy.
Mankind was the WWE that won over.
So really quick, there's a Reddit that a buddy of mine turned me on to where that got started because this one guy would respond to this horrible news or someone ever like someone was talking about how some shit with ISIS like 4 years ago, and he says, don't let this tragedy distract you from the fact that in 1997 The Undertaker threw mankind off of Hell in a Cell. What was it, like 15, 18 feet in the air and crashed through the Spanish announce table. But he did that for everything. Presidency video. He posted that, and I saw this too. On a Final Fantasy 15 spoiler thread, he said, don't let the sad ending of this video game distract you from the fact that in 1997, The Undertaker threw mankind from 19 feet in the air through his Spanish announce table.
I've seen something similar to that, and it was something along the lines of, don't let this distract you from the fact that the Dallas Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl since VHS was dead.
I thought
or something like that.
I thought you were gonna say, don't let this distract you from the fact that the Falcons blew a 21-0 lead.
Oh yeah, it was something along those lines too.
Wasn't it like a 21-point lead in the third quarter?
Blew a 41-0 lead.
Oh my
god.
So anyway, back to ponies. So
yeah, can you tell that we're tangentially obligated to go on tangents and to talk about memes half the time?
It's kind of my defining character trait. My friends here say it's a problem. So the Yak bro's like, dude, bro, I'm being real with you. We kind of suck at giving gifts. I don't know if you've noticed, dude. All we're good for is mosh pits. All we're good for is
still playing Smash Brothers Melee with wave dashing.
Oh. If I hear one more piece of crap bring up wave dashing to me, I'm gonna murder somebody. Anyway, yeah, it's like we are only good for Anthrax style mosh pits.
Right.
So they're like, you need to go talk to the pony reindeer people. I know they had an actual name, and if you remember their name, well, great. I don't. So
Aurora Borealis. Aurora Borealis. That was literally their names. And they were past, present, future.
I hate this show. I thought you were going Half-Life 2 on me for a second. Hey, look. Hey, if we're talking about Half-Life 2, if Kingdom Hearts 3 can finally come out, then brah, we can get Half-Life 3. You have to believe. You have to save the rebellion. Save the dream. Okay, yes. So what happens next is we cut back to Rainbow Dash, who just bought Fluttershy a candle, and discords the candle. Plot twist. He's basically like, whoa, I'll have you know, I've never done a Discord voice. I will have you know that I happen to know Fluttershy much better than you. I know I'm paraphrasing, but whatever, bite me.
Well, it's so
Rainbow Dash is like
for longer. But really, do you really think that a candle's gonna make her happy?
Yeah, I know, and he's bringing up all these like intensely correct things and accurate things about her, and Rainbow Dash is like, God damn it! So her whole subplot is she's trying to find a good gift. Then from there, I believe
her and Discord are on an adventure to find this tiny animal that looks fucking adorable, but it's a gremlin. Let's just
It's
call it a
literally a
gremlin.
gremlin. No, it's a
Yeah.
gremlin. It's a gremlin. What did they call it? I don't care. It's a gremlin.
Yeah. So basically everything happens. So Pinky goes up to Aurora Borealis and she's like, I need the perfect gift. And and oh, the only one who could do a good is fucking DWK. I cannot wait until he does this episode as a totally legit recap.
Oh no, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like us. He's gonna be a total sucker for the shipping.
Oh yeah. So, but she opens the gift and it's like, what does this have to do with anything? How is this best gift ever? Like, how am I going to use this? And one of them is just like, you'll see, or something like that. And so she goes back, and Rarity goes to get the hat that she was going to give Applejack back, and this family brings her in, and apparently the son is like really big into fashion as well, so it's kind of like really awesome. And you know, I like the scene where they're in the fucking like the house and everything, and they're just talking. But the scene that comes after, when Rarity's about to leave, and the kid comes out, and it's like, I love my parents, but they don't know that we just talked to a fucking celebrity. And I just have to say, I know this hat probably wasn't meant for me, so if you want to have it back, you can. But Rarity, being her generous spirit, gave the hat back to him and said, here's what I'm going to do for you. Do you want to know what I'm going to do for you on this episode of Undercover Boss? I'm going to give you a premiere backstage pass to Fashion Week in Manhattan. And you're also going to get to keep the hat, so that's pretty cool too. So everything comes back. Rainbow Dash finds the little critter. Applejack and Fluttershy literally con the con men out of their con. And
we also forget to mention that Shining Armor and Cadence are here, which I'm going to say this is their best appearance since the season 2 finale at me. So,
and I got to say, number one, Flurry Heart looked fucking adorable in that swaddle.
I saw Flurry Heart in that thing, and I literally said to myself, I will literally go to war for that precious child.
I know, because like I told Katie, because she was helping someone out while I was watching the episode at Cider Fest, and so we watched it when we got back home.
Bow wow.
Hey, if anything like that was going on, good God, man, she was in kids programming.
Hey, look, bro, I dated a preschool teacher one time. Let me tell you, teachers are the freakiest.
Okay, anyway, so, but I knew that once she would see Flurry Heart, she would do her little fluttery laugh, like a, because she does those. It's so fucking adorable. But she, I saw that, and my heart skipped a couple beats, because I'm just like, dear God, that is so adorable.
Was it like looking into the future, the pony future?
Basically, let's just say her demon baby trance was coming over me.
I dare anybody to try to find a way to see evilness in Flurry Heart when she's wearing that. She looked like a little star.
I know, it's so cute.
It was the best, dude. So Twilight ditches them to try and find ingredients for the pudding, but the pudding goes to hell and then floods the house.
And I'm thinking, number one, that pudding looks kind of weird. But number two,
it looks like the schmooze schmooze, if you know what I mean.
And with crumbs of gingerbread
After 5
man.
years, it came back. It was Gak.
But like everything had to be put in just the right way to make the consistency right. but Flurry Heart fucked that all up. And I love Shining Armor and Cadence. I do agree with you. This is their best appearance so far because you could really see how they're like they sound like a couple that's been married a few years, but are still in that kind of like honeymoon phase.
I was gonna say, dog, did you hear that flirty shit?
Yeah. So everything goes to hell. Once the sun goes down, that fucking creature that Rainbow Dash had, it looked like a fucking mouse, turned into this giant, like, Godzilla-like creature.
Yeah. I forget. I literally forget what the name was, but Discord called it a something. It transformed from a something into a something Zilla.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was like a chinchilla. Like a chinchilla that turned into a chinzilla or something like that.
You mean like chimney, chim.
By the way, are you excited about the Mary Poppins Returns with Emily Blunt?
I'm incredibly 50-50 because the original movie, and I always quote the movie when I say this by accident, I don't mean to, but I mean it literally. The original movie was literally practically perfect in every way. And I know there were other Mary Poppins books, and I know Walt wanted to do the Mary Poppins books. Here's the thing. It would be different if they did a couple of the books or even all the books back then and then made a movie now, because then it'd be like, okay, whatever. But because the original one was one of the last big projects Walt worked on, like a year or two before he passed, and then all these years later, Mary Poppins comes back, I'm like, oof. And it happens the same year as Christopher Robin, which that movie tore my heart up.
Mm.
So, I mean...
So you're kind of like, I don't know.
Will I see it? Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So then you have everything going on. Everything comes to a head. So you have the Godzilla creature, you have the pudding, and literally they're trying to figure out how this all goes, like, can unfix this shithole. And kind of going back to what I was saying about how the Shining Armor and Cadence are very much in a sort of still in their honeymoon phase in their marriage, because really it's like she gets like Cadence flies up to the railing because she's like, "Who has wings, darling?" Goes up and starts shooting, and then you see Shining Armor fucking acrobat his way with Flurry Heart up to the banister, and I love how Cadence is just like, "You're not so bad yourself."
That's what I'm saying. I'm watching. I'm like, what is this Incredibles bullshit?
Yeah. So then we find out that the perfect gift ever from Pinkie Pie was the ingredients to make the smooze pudding to go back to normal, without it being like active and shit.
Right.
And then I love how Discord is just sitting there and he just puts a shit ton of arrows on Fluttershy. It's like, if only we had some pony that knew how to talk to animals.
Yeah, and she could actually talk to this one this time. There wasn't no dumb plot reason why she couldn't.
Yeah, it wasn't anything like the fruit bats or anything like that.
Oh my god.
So then everything kind of calms down and they're doing their apologies. And I gotta say, Spike actually did the best gift because he actually made it himself, which was fucking awesome. I love when people do that. So everything kind of settles down, and we find out that the Chinzilla is like actually really helpful once you get to know him. Once he calms down and whatnot. Right. And they do all their apologies, and then get to the best thing in this fucking episode.
May I please?
Sure, go ahead.
Shipping feels shipping. This song proved two things to me. One, it reminded me just how much I cared about these characters, not just as a ship, but after a while, the characters just become characters. But after this episode with the song, it was a nice icing on the cake. And it's like, you know what? That's why I watched the show years ago. For reasons like this.
Yep.
And then the second thing is Spike should only sing the ballads. Holy crap, this kid is the best ballad.
Oh, yeah. And I gotta say, I fucking love that the entire time that he's playing the guitar,
he's making dead straight eye contact with Rarity.
He has a fucking blush on his face the entire time, which to me is saying he's nervous as hell, but he's pouring his heart out for this girl. And when she realizes it, she's like, oh my gosh. What have I done to you, poor child? Which, I'm sorry.
Spike's gonna be pissed when he finds out that she gave that one kid a free pass to Fashion Week.
Yeah, but I gotta say, she shouldn't have kissed him on the cheek. It should have been on the lips this time. It really should have. But that's just me.
I'd agree with you, but bro, I mean, you have to remember he's not their age.
Oh, I know, but he's already gone through his puberty phase now.
Yeah.
So in that sense, it's not as creepy as it once was when he was a baby dragon.
No, I know, bro. I get it. He used to go on Bad Dragon. It's cool. No, man. This whole shit was great, and I found it funny how all my ships ended up getting their ships. I mean, yeah, Rarity didn't get Applejack, but Rarity didn't get Applejack, but Applejack got Rarity got Applejack, and I was just like, it lives, dude. It lives.
Mm-hmm.
It was just. I basically had nothing bad really to say about the episode too much. If we're getting into the score sections, do I want to be fanboy or do I want to? Fuck it. I'm giving this a 10.
All right.
From start to finish, I had nothing but a smile on my face. I enjoyed every second of this episode. I loved it. It was great.
Well, I will give this a 9.5. And the only reason I don't give it a full 10 was because I noticed the pacing was a bit wonky in places. But other than that, it was a fucking glorious episode.
I saw a donkey walking along the road. It was a wonky donkey. We got so many of those books in my store and calls asking for that books after that damn video.
Oh, of the grandmother reading it with the British accent or whatever?
I think it was Scottish.
A wonky donkey.
Pisses me off. So I literally had a day where I had 15 different people I put on a pre-order. I put on a special order for them. And I was just like, oh my God, what the fuck? Yeah, no, this episode was great. Can't wait for season 9. Is it actually season 9, episode 0?
I have no idea.
Because that's what some people are calling it. I mean, it's not an Equestria Girls thing, so there's no reason for it not to be officially part of the season.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. So now we're going to sign off for the final time. And we may be going back to do some of the older episodes. But again, we're going to take a little bit of a break. We want to get some other stuff caught up on, which one of them is going to be going right now, which we're going to head out and go and talk and record some Black Flag. So that's
the Henry
awesome.
Rollins, the Henry Rollins punk band. We're going to watch some live footage, commentate over it.
There you go.
Hey, actually, that's not a bad idea for a channel. I mean, have you seen there's people that do react to hip hop or rap heads react to certain metal songs for the first time or metalheads reacts to rap songs for the first time. We have people reacting to songs now. I don't think there's any reason why no one shouldn't be able to Mystery Science Theater 3000 some live footage or a music video a la Beavis and Butthead. So.
Oh yeah. So yeah. That's it from me, John.
And that's it from your boy Dank TikTok memes. No, it's Snakeskin94.
And we'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.
Adios.